was wrongfully convicted for a murder I didn't commit, and I was exonerated in 2011. I spent 9 years in prison. I was sentenced to 20 to 50 years. I was 17 years old. Hey, that's the path that God chose me to.
20 to 50 years at 17, and you ended up serving 9. But you actually are an innocent man.
Yes, sir.
You actually,
I've been innocent, but my name is clear.
The court has made it official that you.
Yes, sir.
They officially decided that you
got
innocent.
exonerated 2000 because that's like that's like one of the I was like I'm a star in prison. That's like something you don't hear about, especially then. You didn't hear about people getting released. Michigan don't admit to wrongful convictions.
Absolutely not.
So it was like real unheard of. It was hard work, and it was God. It was just God. That's all I can say. It was God, because I'm the only person that I know that was released for a wrongful conviction around the time that we grew up in prison. So.
As a 17-year-old being convicted of murder, getting sentenced to 20 to 50, for someone at 17 that actually did the murder, it's a certain type of mindset. For someone that didn't actually commit the murder, what was going through your head when they said, "No, you're guilty and you have 20 to 50 now"?
For one, it never registered. I can't even lie. Like, to be honest, it never registered. It was torture. I was being kidnapped. Like, it's no matter how loud I can yell, nobody was hearing me. No matter how much, and I was deep. Like, I can say I can utilize the words to say I was using violence and everything. I vented out. I wouldn't nobody hear me, so I was angry. I was mad. I was being kidnapped, and I was being put in a place where I didn't deserve to be.
So could we sum it up pretty much by saying that the mentality that they pretty much try to say that you had almost birthed something in you to make you act out in that certain type of way?
Like, be that.
It created an animal that I think the system is designed to create. And I dealt with it with a lot of anger. I dealt with it like it was something that could be controlled by man. And I guess it was just something that my journey I had to go through.
So, because the thing about the podcast is, like, everybody, I believe, up to this point that I've interviewed have been people that committed the crime. It's been mostly people who did it. I did what they accused me of. I went and did my time, and then I found a better way through my experiences to become a better man than I was, right?
Because, for one, I didn't do nothing to be there in my mind, and at that point, I had to figure out my purpose. My grandmother always installed in me that God would never put more on you than you can bear. So I felt at some point I had a purpose of being there. I damn sure knew it wasn't for what they said I did. I didn't do that. But nobody's hearing me keep saying I didn't do this, but I'm here. So I had to, at some point, shut up and just get the purpose.
So when did you start going to, like, the law library? When
Instantly.
did you get to that point? Immediately?
Immediately. Soon as I got to that courtroom and they were speaking a language that I didn't understand, I had to know what they were speaking. So
but that's a whole different level of it, because that's part of, like, I didn't do it because I went to the penitentiary, and for at least 2-3 years I was bullshitting with the law library. I wasn't even trying to get out for real.
With me, I think that was the difference by the fact that I didn't do nothing to get
here.
I should have never made it past the detective office.
Right.
Ever since I came out that office, I told them that man put his hands on me in there and tried to get me to say I did something I didn't do, and nobody never did nothing from that point. So when I found out what they were charging me with, I found out how to fight against that MCL, because I didn't do nothing to break this Michigan court law. I didn't do nothing to receive this 350, 317. I didn't do nothing to get this murder charge. But I couldn't fight nobody word. I had to fight this charge. So I had to fight the elements that come with this charge. Y'all got to prove these elements. I keep telling y'all this detective lying. So it went from the word of somebody. I'm not in here because I did it. So I had to fight the charge. Yeah.
You're not fighting the person's word against you. You're actually fighting the
charge. That was the only thing that was going to get me out of prison. When the quote that the key was in the book, I literally had to go get it from the books, because what got me in prison was the book. Y'all keep saying that I broke this law that I didn't break. So I had to prove that I didn't break this law. And it can't be about y'all believing this white lady that's saying she seen me running from this crime scene. So I can't fight that. Y'all keep believing her. I'm telling y'all I wasn't even in the area. Right. She telling y'all she saw me running away from this crime scene, and y'all believing her because I'm behind these bars. So I had to fight that law.